The family was trusting us. They were trusting us to win this case for them.
They made it feel like friends sitting at a table.
We treat our clients like family.
I don't think there's a word out there to describe the way I feel for GBI. Like, it's just a blessing.
That's how we win, and we win big.
Susie's South 40 Confections, the sweetest little shop in town.
West Texas weather can change within minutes,
especially during colder months.
That's why we want to get you ahead of the winter season.
Thanks for joining us for Winterize with the CBS7 First Alert Weather Team.
Welcome to Winterize with the CBS7 First Alert Weather Team, sponsored by HVAC experts. Stay tuned for some tips and tricks to stay protected this winter season, as well as an outlook of the long-range forecast.
December 21st is the first day of winter, but meteorologically, the first day of winter began at the beginning of December.
Meteorological winter is based off of temperature and precipitation cycles and is the start of colder weather in the forecast.
Over the next 30 minutes, we'll be talking about all the factors that go into winter weather forecasting, giving you helpful tricks and tips to winterize and also protect yourself the upcoming winter season here over the next few months.
Coming up next, we're going to take you inside the First Alert Weather Center, where the largest team of meteorologists in the Permian Basin uses the latest scientific technology and instruments to give you your First Alert weather forecast.
Starting with the difference between watch and a warning. We're going to tell you the differences between watches, warning, and advisory with the winter weather. So winter weather advisory is basically wintry weather expected. You want to exercise caution, and what you can expect with an advisory. Here's what we're looking at. Light amounts of wintry precipitation or patchy blowing snow. This is going to cause slick conditions and could affect travel across the area. So that's your winter weather advisory. Now, a winter weather watch. Here's what we're going to be looking at. Snow, sleet, ice possible. You need to really be prepared for this, but that's under the watch. And what you can expect on this is what we're looking at here. Confidence is medium that we're going to see a winter storm, and that could produce heavy snow, sleet, freezing rain, even some ice, and cause significant impacts across the area. So that is the winter weather watch and a winter storm warning. What we can expect there is snow, sleet, or ice possible. You really need to be prepared on this one because you get a winter storm warning. What you can expect on this as well. Confidence is high that a winter storm will produce heavy snow, sleet, freezing rain, ice possible, and cause significant impacts, and that's going to be on the roadways with really slick conditions. So once again, you have a winter weather advisory, then it goes to a winter storm watch, and then you're looking at winter weather warning.
The First Alert Weather Team has iCams all across West Texas that allow us to see storms coming from all directions and from every angle. We'll see it on our iCams spread out in Big Spring, Midland, Odessa, Pecos, Fort Stockton, and Presidio. Whether it's a beautiful sunrise over the tall city or a wall cloud, fog, or supercell thunderstorm, we'll see it on our network of iCams, and you can see it too. Just download the CBS7 First Alert Weather app, and that way you have access to all of our webcams across West Texas.
Coming up, do you know what an El Nino is and what effect it could have on us here in West Texas this winter? We'll explain all of that and hear from the National Weather Service next.
Hey West Texas, this is Ron
And Wendy.
from HVAC Experts. We're giving away furnaces, isn't it great?
Wait, what?
People have old furnaces that are costing them hundreds if not thousands of extra dollars in bloated bills. I figure let's help them out.
So we're just gonna give them away?
Every time someone buys one of our premium air conditioners, we'll just give them the furnace absolutely free. We'll just ask them to cover the labor and materials to have it installed. So give us a call, 695-HVAC.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world, prepare for glory. New 2024 Sierra heavy-duty models arriving weekly. Stop by your GMC dealer to make your selection. Visit your Permian Basin GMC dealer.
Nearly all commercial vehicles carry big insurance policies. So whether you're hurt by a dump truck or by a garbage truck or any kind of commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money.
Spokespersons for Breaker White.
Insurance companies aren't going to pay you what's fair without a fight. If a commercial truck hurts you, call Robert White.
I'm Attorney Robert White. If you've been hurt by any kind of commercial truck, call me. It's just that easy.
Get a big truck attorney. Get Breaker White. Call 580-5421.
The weather affects every aspect of our daily lives, but what affects the weather? Well, for what we're focusing on, sea surface temperature is a controlling factor, and I'm referring to El Nino, which is actually just right here behind me. This is our typical wintertime weather pattern for an El Nino event, but how do we get here? So, looking at this graphic, we can see that normally you get some warm waters that lie just off the coast of South America. And this water gets pushed by the trade winds from the east to the west, being blown toward Asia, resulting in increased thunderstorm activity over there in Asia. But on occasion, we will get these winds to weaken just a little bit, allowing for that warmer water to stay more off the coast of South America, creating increased thunderstorm activity on our side of the planet and leading to a subtropical jet stream that usually gets developed right here along the southern portions of the U.S. This will usually lead in more cloud activity, more thunderstorm activity, cooler temperatures, and overall things that make the earth a little cooler and allow us to see more precipitation in general during winter. But on the flip side, the polar jet stream also gets pushed up a little bit more further north than where it should be, leading to warmer conditions than normal out in the Pacific Northwest. And because of the warmer waters that we see in the tropical Pacific, West Texas has been seeing a big pattern change over the winter times. And lead meteorologist Rick Lujan from the National Weather Service in Midland explains just how they determine what an El Nino is and when they declare it.
Typically, we consider something an El Nino when it has 3 or more months with temperatures half a degree above normal. So that occurred back in September, October. So we've been in El Nino officially now for about 3 months.
So what kind of impact could this have on West Texas? Typically, like I said earlier, an El Nino pattern is more likely to bring increased storm activity to the southern portions of the United States and lead to cooler than normal temperatures. Just like we're seeing over here, hot water off the coast of South America during the winter results in more thunderstorm activity, which then translates into colder temperatures in the south and in some cases snow. So overall, we'll see record ice and snow events occur during the winter. But how long could this El Nino pattern stick around?
So basically now through March, as well as precipitation above normal. As far as the forecast models go, they are showing this El Nino dissipating by the springtime. There may be 1 month or so where we don't get a lot of precipitation, but then there could be a month where we see a lot. So it all evens out, but overall when you take November through March when we're done, I do believe we'll see above normal precipitation and below normal temperatures.
If you want to learn more about El Nino seasons, head to our YouTube page, CBS7-News. There we have videos of news, and the weather team answers your questions about weather phenomenon, like what is an El Nino and how hail forms. And be sure to go to CBS7-News on YouTube.
You've probably heard the saying, protect your plants, bring your pets inside, and wrap your pipes. Coming up on Winterize, we talk about why each of those things is important and give you tips and tricks to protect yourself.
Hey West Texas, this is Ron.
And Wendy.
From HVAC Experts. We're giving away furnaces, isn't it great?
Wait, what?
People have old furnaces that are costing them hundreds if not thousands of extra dollars in bloated bills. I figure let's help them out.
So we're just gonna give them away?
Every time someone buys one of our premium air conditioners, we'll just give them the furnace absolutely free. We'll just ask them to cover the labor and materials to have it installed. So give us a call, 695-HVAC.
Travel has the power to bring us together, to recharge the soul. Nestled in the trees of Rio Doso, New Mexico, a calm retreat beckons you with gorgeous views of the Sierra Blanca Mountains. The MCM Elegante Lodge and Resort. Your getaway starts with our friendly service. The beds are heavenly and suites offer kitchens. Wake up to a decadent, all-inclusive breakfast. Enjoy a round of golf on site or all Rio Doso has to offer. Relax, it's Rio Doso. The MCM Elegante Lodge and Resort.
The highest art is beautiful.
plants aren't, with 5,000 years of history. Inspired by the divine. Shenyun. Coming to Midland, February 20th. Shenyun.com/Midland.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models. Or use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $1,250 total cash allowance on this Equinox. Chevy drives Texas.
As we head into the winter season, an important group to remember is your pets. According to PETA, so far in 2023, there has only been one animal death attributed to the cold, but there have been 117 cold rescues.
So in the state of Texas, there is the Texas Safe Outdoor Act, which requires any pet owner, if they're leaving their animal outside, to have a shelter that has 3 sides and a floor. So we would recommend, if it's going to be out for any extended period of time, ensuring you have that shelter.
There are signs to look out for, like tucking their tails, whining, shivering, and simply just looking uncomfortable. When temperatures are near 45 degrees, most animals can handle being outside without issues. When temperatures get down near 32 degrees, you don't want to leave pets outside too long. When temperatures drop into the 20s, that's when it can become dangerous for pets.
So just being really conscious of your animal and kind of what they can handle.
Some animals are more susceptible to cold temperatures than others.
I would say anything with a short hair coat, regardless of size. So it could be a Chihuahua or a Great Dane. And then anything that is really old or really young or has significant health issues.
To protect your pet from the cold, dress them in a sweater and give them shelter. Putting booties on their feet protects them from the cold and the heat. Griffin Hobson says booties are also a good way to protect animals from rock salt and ice melt, which can be abrasive to paws. Especially watch out for rock salt because digesting it can give dogs and other animals gastrointestinal issues. Remember, if you're cold, they're cold. Another thing to remember as we head into winter are the roads. When it comes to winter weather, the Texas Department of Transportation, or TxDOT, coordinates with the National Weather Service on when to initiate their winter road precautions. If the NWS highlights winter weather in our forecast, TxDOT dispatches brine trucks to treat the roads before winter weather hits.
Pre-treating the roads means we put down a brine solution onto the roadway. It doesn't keep ice from forming, but it keeps it from adhering to the road.
The brine solution is a sodium chloride and water mixture. Brine can be used for anti-icing and de-icing operations, but is best used for anti-icing. The timing for when the roads are treated varies. However, TxDOT tries to treat the roads as early as possible. When winter weather hits, Marianne Cedillo with TxDOT mentions that the best thing you can do is stay home and stay off the roads.
Don't travel the roadway if there's icy conditions, if there's anything that might prohibit you from getting there safely. You want to stay indoors.
Of course, staying home is not feasible for everyone, so Cedillo mentions giving yourself enough time to get to your destination safely.
Make sure your vehicle is able to go into that weather, that you have good tires, good windshield wipers, all those things to make sure you can get there safe, because all of those things are going to help you when you get out on that roadway.
Although it can cause a headache in the moment, driving slower, leaving more room in between you and other drivers, and making sure your lights are well maintained can save your life and the lives of others on the road. When the temperatures start to drop, plants and vegetation are also affected by the change in weather.
Winter is a season of scarcity, and you've got the scarcity of food, scarcity of water, scarcity of heat, and a scarcity of light.
West Texas has its fair share of diverse flora and fauna. For the most part, the plants are adapted to arid and semi-arid existence or conditions where there is little rain. Michael Nickel with the Sibley Nature Center in Midland says there is a misconception that the only things that thrive in West Texas are things like cactus and yucca. However, that is not true. Some of the plants that thrive in West Texas include the Dahlberg daisy, the African zinnia, bluebonnets, the Big Bend nolina, pink evening primrose, and much more.
Well, the plants that do best out here are those that are adapted to extremes, extreme heat, extreme drought, extreme cold. And so plants that are adapted to those conditions will fare better.
When it comes to household plants, Nichols says it's best for gardeners to plant native vegetation, or at least vegetation that is adapted so they don't require a lot of water or extra maintenance when it comes to preparing for either winter or summer. He also says to protect plants from the extreme cold. Some plants need to be covered while others need to be brought inside. When winter weather comes to our area, bring your plants and pets inside and drive cautiously. Now Craig Stewart will explain how to keep your house and pipes safe during a freeze.
Well, joining us right now are the husband-wife owners of HVAC Experts. This is Ron and Wendy Altum. Thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about the HVAC and what you do and what you provide.
Well, I guess as far as our company, you know, we do installation, repair, a lot of service work in this area. We do some commercial, but mostly we do residential. One of the important things that, you know, a lot of people tend to neglect is, especially in winter, would be maintenance. You know, they don't check their filter often enough. They feel like that's more of a summertime concern, but it's not. Often during the beginning of summer, we'll see that the filter is actually really, really dirty because no one's changed it all winter. A lot of people don't realize the stress that that puts on your system. Not having that amount of airflow, your heat exchanger, if you have a gas furnace, will tend to overheat more and start to expand that metal, and that causes a lot of damage to that unit, or potential damage. So that's where a lot of holes from heat exchangers actually come from if it's not due to old age.
So maintenance, it's wintertime maintenance. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So definitely having good preventative maintenance on your system is a great idea. You know, a few years ago we had the Snowmageddon, and a lot of systems went down, and it was because they were improperly maintained. So think about it. If you had a company come out, a licensed professional, doesn't have to be us, but somebody, come out and take a look at your system, make sure that it's running efficiently and properly, and that there is no dangers that could potentially hurt you or your family. Get them to come out there, take a look at everything before the cold hits. That way your family's safe, you don't have to worry about anything, and everything's taken care of. Your system will run more efficiently, your system will cost you less because of that efficiency, right. And in addition to that, it will just peace of mind.
What do the technicians go through? Could you guys walk us through a service call?
When you call and schedule a visit with us, you're going to get a hold of a really great team of dispatchers who are going to get you scheduled. We're going to need about an hour to take care of you and make sure that your system is taken care of. It could take up to 2 hours, so depending on what's going on with your system. The technician will enter your home. We wear shoe covers in order to keep your home sanitary. We focus highly on customer service. Once he gets in, he's going to roll out the red carpet for you, open up your system, and start a 60-point inspection on your system.
We want to go through and be thorough. We don't want to go in and find out that one problem you have, fix it, charge you that amount of money, then leave and then be called back later. We want to go through the entire system, make sure everything is safe, everything's up to date, and we will check absolutely everything. We have a performance report that we go through, and it's very detailed, and we want to make sure that we don't miss anything. That way you don't have to call us back. And if you did, our company's a little different there. We actually have a 30-day warranty on that. So if you called us out and you have to call us back in that next 30 days, we don't charge anything for that.
When we come out, they're going to take a look at one of the most frequent calls we get is a dirty flame sensor. So they would go ahead and clean that flame sensor for you just to prevent a future breakdown on that. They're going to inspect all of your coils, all of your capacitors, your motors, make sure everything's functioning properly, make sure everything's clean. We're going to check your gas levels if your system is a gas system. We're going to go ahead and do a gas leak check. We have monitors that we can put on your system just to make sure that there is no leaks in the closet or the attic, wherever it might be. We'll take a look at your ducting just to make sure it's clean and healthy for you. If it does need to be cleaned, we'll recommend that for you. We just kind of do a full system overhaul, looking at everything. You do get free services as a part of that preventative maintenance, so that's part of what takes that much time.
So how can people reach out to HVAC Experts and get started?
We have lots of ways to get a hold of us. They can go to our website, HVACexperts-tx.com. In addition to that, we're on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They can book as well there. The most convenient is to call us. They can call 299-HVAC. And if they call 299-HVAC, they can speak to a dispatcher, and she can get them hooked up. The other great thing that I absolutely love is they can text us. So they can text 299-HVAC. That way, if the phones are just tied up and there's a lot of people calling, you can always text us. And that gets you directly to a dispatcher, and you can get all that you need from there without having to actually call and talk to somebody, which is really nice. So you can just text us.
Well, thank you, Ron. Wendy, for joining us here, the Altums at HVAC Experts Warehouse and Fabrication Shop.
Well, coming up next, we take a look at all the winter weather forecasts, the ones from the Weather Service, the ones from private forecasters, a fun one, and the one from the CBS7 First Alert Weather Team. That's coming up next.
The magic of Christmas has transformed Music City Mall into a winter wonderland of food, shopping, and fun. Spectacular decorations delight the senses while savings abound at over 100 merchants. You'll find the perfect gift for everyone on your list and discover new attractions. Bring the kids to Dillard's Court for photos with Santa on a brand new backdrop. Activities and entertainment will keep everyone smiling this holiday season. Bring the family to Music City Mall, JBS and 42nd, Odessa.
100 million people suffer in pain every day. These are real stories of real patients suffering with pain.
Yeah, it hurts everywhere. Feels like I'm being dipped in pain.
And the majority can't find a solution, and that's just not fair. And for the last 30 years, I've dedicated my life to treating these patients and changing their lives.
I ride a bicycle about 4 days a week.
You don't have to live with the pain. Watch Dr. Cross with the Pain Doctor, Saturday night at 10:35 on CBS7, Sundays at 9:30 on Telemundo, CW, and MyTV.
The Sand Hills Stock Show and Rodeo.
Some of the best cowboys and cowgirls in the world.
The best PRCA National Finals Rodeo qualifier in the Permian Basin. January 4th through the 13th at the Ector County Coliseum.
Brought to you by your Texas Ford dealer. This bull can be awfully rank. It says 8 seconds on the board.
The Sand Hills Stock Show and Rodeo. Don't miss it.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just in time for the holidays, get $4,500 purchase cash on select 2023 Sierra models.
Visit your Permian Basin GMC dealer.
Saving money is now more important than ever for seniors. But if you purchased a $9.95 guaranteed acceptance Saving money is now more important than ever for seniors. But if you purchased a $9.95 guaranteed acceptance plan, you could easily find yourself overpaying for very little life insurance coverage. With the $9.95 rate, a 65-year-old male receives less than $900 in coverage. For $10,000 in coverage, he would pay over $110 a month with a 2-year waiting period. Fortunately, with Senior Life Insurance Company, he pays less than $58 a month for $10,000 in protection. There's no waiting period, no medical exam, and he saves over $600 a year by choosing Senior Life. A 65-year-old female saves over $400 a year. Don't overpay for your life insurance. Call now to see how much money you could save with Senior Life. We could help you get cash back from your current overpriced policy. Call now to lock in your coverage and low monthly rate. For your free quote, call now.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just in time for the holidays, get $4,500 purchase cash on select 2023 Sierra models.
Visit your Permian Basin GMC dealer. Mary-Kate Hamilton, weeknights on CBS7 First Alert.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just in time for the holidays, get $4,500 purchase cash on select 2023 Sierra models.
Visit your Permian Basin GMC dealer.
$100 million people suffer in pain every day. These are real stories of real patients suffering with pain.
Yeah, it hurts everywhere. Feels like I'm being dipped in pain.
And the majority can't find a solution, and that's just not fair. And for the last 30 years, I've dedicated my life to treating these patients and changing their lives.
I ride a bicycle about 4 days a week.
You don't have to live with the pain. Watch Dr. Cross with the Pain Doctor Saturday night at 10:35 on CBS7, Sundays at 9:30 on Telemundo, CW, and MyTV.
The magic of Christmas has transformed Music City Mall into a winter wonderland of food, shopping, and fun. Spectacular decorations delight the senses while savings abound at over 100 merchants. You'll find the perfect gift for everyone on your list and discover new attractions. Bring the kids to Dillard's Court for photos with Santa on a brand new backdrop. Activities and entertainment will keep everyone smiling this holiday season. Bring the family to Music City Mall, JBS and 42nd, Odessa.
100 million people suffer in pain every day. These are real stories of real patients suffering with pain.
Yeah, it hurts everywhere. Feels like I'm being dipped in pain.
And the majority can't find a solution, and that's just not fair. And for the last 30 years, I've dedicated my life to treating these patients and changing their lives.
I ride a bicycle about 4 days a week.
You don't have to live with the pain. Watch Dr. Cross with the Pain Doctor Saturday night at 10:35 on CBS7, Sundays at 9:30 on Telemundo, CW, and MyTV.
The Sand Hills Stock Show and Rodeo.
Some of the best cowboys and cowgirls in the world.
The best PRCA National Finals Rodeo qualifier in the Permian Basin. January 4th through the 13th at the Ector County Coliseum.
Brought to you by your Texas Ford dealer. This bull can be awfully rank. It says 8 seconds on the board.
The Sand Hills Stock Show and Rodeo. Don't miss it.
Saving money is now more important than ever for seniors. But if you purchased a $9.95 guaranteed acceptance plan, you could easily find yourself overpaying for very little life insurance coverage. With the $9.95 rate, a 65-year-old male receives less than $900 in coverage. For $10,000 in coverage, he would pay over $110 a month with a